and welcome to SharePoint Soup. Today we're going to go over creating a custom list form that pre-populates the name and email. And that's going to be done in Power Apps. But first, let's go ahead and create a list in SharePoint. And after you create a blank list, we're going to add a column for email. Right now, there's already title. That we'll rename that to name at a later step. So let's go ahead and add a text field for email. The reason why we're using a text field is because it's going to be pre-populated in Power Apps. Okay, so now let's rename title to name. All right, so now we have name and email. We'll add another column for comments. So choose multiple lines of text and then go ahead and name the column comments and click save. So now you have name, email, and comments. And here's the basic default form for the list: name, email, and comments and attachments. To customize it, we're going to go to Integrate, Power Apps, and Customize Forms. And that's going to pop up the Power Apps application. This is a cloud application, so it's going to load in your browser. If you don't have this, check with your administrator for your organization, because I believe it's available in E3 and up licenses, but there are also some standalone licenses that can give you access to this. So here is the form. We're going to click on the name data card. You can look on the tree view on the side and you can see all the components. So under name, you're going to choose the data card value. And then on the right side, click on advanced and then click unlock to change properties. So once you've done that, you want to scroll down to the default value, and we're going to change parent.default to user, open and close parentheses, dot full name. And that'll automatically show the full name there. Next, we're going to do email. So you want to go ahead and do the same thing. On the right side, click on advanced. Click on unlock to change properties. Scroll down to default, and this time we're going to put user, open and close parentheses, dot email. And you'll see the email will pop up. So those are the two that we're going to pre-fill in. We don't need to fill in anything for comments, but we might want to make the box a little larger. So let's go to the display and change the mode from single line to multi-line. And then we're probably just going to expand it. All right. And so right now, if you were to publish this, people would have to use the save button. And we don't want to do that. We want to have a button for submission. So go to insert button and drag it to the right place. And we're going to go ahead and rename this to submit. So double click, type in submit, and then click outside of it. And now we need to get an action for this. You'll grab it from the form functions. So you would click on SharePoint integration, copy what it shows under on save. So copy that to your clipboard. And then we're going to go back to the button. So you can click on the button and then on select, change that to what you just copied. So go ahead and paste that in there. So what that's going to do is submit the form. Okay, so go ahead and click the save icon at the top right. And then on the top right again, very far right, click on Publish to SharePoint. And you'll have to click it again here for confirmation. All right, so we're going to go back to our SharePoint page, our list that we created earlier. Go ahead and refresh it, and then try to click Add New Item. And there you go. Name and email is pre-filled in, and then you can add your comments, and then click Submit. You could click Save, but we created the button so that you could submit. So I'm going to go ahead and adjust these columns here. All right. So one thing you might have noticed is even though it pre-fills in, it's not read-only, so it lets you change it. If you don't want to allow that, if you want to make sure people do not change those, then let's go back into the Power App, and we're going to want to set the field as view only, not edit. All right, so now that we're in here, go ahead and click on the name data card again, and make sure you're under Advanced and look for Display Mode. Under Display Mode, you're going to change this to Display Mode dot View. All right, so you can see that the input box changed, and now it does not have that box around it. Make sure you do the same thing for email. Change the display mode to display mode dot view, and then they're both not editable now. Go ahead and click Save, and then make sure to publish as well. Publish it back to SharePoint. Okay, so now back on our SharePoint page, make sure you refresh because it does take some time to incorporate. Click Add New Item. You can see here it hasn't incorporated. It's still editable. So let's wait a little bit and refresh again. And click Add New Item. And there it goes. So it's pre-filled in, view only, so you can't change it. You can enter your comments. And then we're going to click Submit. And there you go. So now if anybody goes back in to the item that or the form that they submitted, you'll see it's not editable. But I wonder, edit all, still not editable, which is great. So I'm going to go ahead and enter a little bit more data here and then click Submit. Now the only thing left is edit in grid view. Will that let us change it? Uh-oh. It looks like it's editable. So easy fix to that is we can turn off the grid view so that users cannot edit in grid view. So go ahead and exit grid view. Okay, so now we're going to go to list settings and click on advanced settings. And we want to scroll down until you see the option to allow items to be edited in quick view. So here it is. Allow items in this list to be edited using quick edit and the details pane. So change that to no and then click OK. And now you see the option to edit in grid view is gone from the menu. The only users who can add it back is somebody that has edit or higher permissions. Contribute or lower will not be able to add that back, and that's the majority of users. So there you go. If you have any questions on anything in this video, please add it to the comments and I'll try to answer for you. Otherwise, thanks so much for watching. I hope this helped you out.